Everybody, Brandon here. Just want to do a quick down and dirty on my Ascend H12 with my retractable trolling motor mount. You can see it's a little high right now, so I'll start with the first feature. It is my motor lowering system. I can pull it, let it drop down. This will sit back in there. 550 cord, cleat here, eye bolt here, eye bolt here, eye bolt here. The nut on the bottom runs up to a Yakattack pulley here. I didn't like the way it was pulling towards here on this pulley, so I just put a second one in, ran it down, hole in the bottom, works great. Brocraft steering triangle. I had bought a plastic one off Amazon, put a little bit too much weight on it, it snapped. I do a lot of cold weather hunting, didn't like that, so I bought this aluminum one. I do plan on putting a 90 here, looming this cable, making it look pretty. So the function of my motor: tilt the motor up like you normally would, lift here, it sits down in there. You can see it doesn't sit too high above the hull, so when I use my Northern Flight blind for duck hunting, the blind will still fit over here. With the motor back there, it wouldn't do it. Same thing when I go back, put it here, and it's good to go. Only holes I drilled in the hull are for this Yakattack heavy duty mount and these 7/8 grommets for the steering. Stainless steel, 2 hinges. Originally went with 1, but it wouldn't give me a full 180-degree flip because this bolt head would hit this bolt head. It would kind of be sitting up too high. I didn't like that, so that's why I went with 2. Cutting board material. This is an Endura 30-pound thrust motor. That was a transom mount. I cut off the top of the transom mount. Stainless steel bolts, bolted it to the cutting board material. So that way it works great. I measured the height when I took the kayak out in the water with nothing in it besides myself. Kept dropping the motor so it wasn't cavitating. Went an extra 1.5 inches past that to make sure it definitely wouldn't cavitate. That's where I got my height for this. Power system, got a quick connect here for the power system. 50 cal ammo can. Standard ESC and RF transmitter everybody's using. Fuse back down there. 50 amp hour battery. That it does sit lower than the motor itself, the case itself, but I like to be extra cautious, so I put this pool noodle on top, so that way when it's closed it's not going to short out on the top. Standard remote everybody else is using. The steering's same as everybody else. The only difference, I did a couple differences. First one is, you can see here I've got bungees on it, so that way it won't fall, it won't go too far forward. Also helps center back up when you're going straight. Just something I did. On the bottom of these, to kind of clean it up a little bit, I took the original mounts, put them right here. That's my steering system cable, kind of keeps it up clean out of the way, nice and pretty. Did it on both sides there, put one on that side, so it kind of gives a nice clean look all the way around. If you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up.